7:32, I'd like to call the regular town board meeting to order.
Councilwoman Selby,
Present.
Councilman Karadikini,
Present.
Supervisor Keating,
He's excused.
Deputy Supervisor Hawkins,
Here.
Councilwoman Lukacek,
Present.
Councilwoman Martin,
Present.
Deputy Supervisor Hawkins. Pledge of allegiance, please.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Under preliminary matters, we have appointment to the planning board, Councilwoman Lukacek.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. We received a request for a reappointment for David Bowen, current planning board member for his reappointment, which expired February 1st, 2020. The new appointment will go for through February 1st, 2027. I make a motion that we approve David Bowen's reappointment to the planning board. Or do I need to do that, or? Yeah, okay.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Karadikini,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek,
Yes,
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
thank you.
Number 2, regular business, correction and adoption of the minutes. Councilwoman Lukacek.
Thank you, Mr. Deputy Supervisor. I did not have enough coffee today. Okay, I have had a chance to review the minutes from February 19th meeting. I make a motion we approve the minutes from February 19th, 2020. I did not identify any additions or corrections that were needed.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Karadikini,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek,
Yes,
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Under regular business, consideration of all fund bills, Councilwoman Martin.
Thank you, Deputy Supervisor. I had an opportunity to review the fund bills. I did not find any discrepancies, so I make a motion to accept the total payables submitted for approval for $126,593.50 to be paid.
second.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Karadikini,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek,
Yes,
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
There's no correspondence. Under new business, request from the floor. Please come up to the microphone, state your name and your address, and try to hold it to 3 minutes if possible.
Hello, my name is Lynn Kirby. I am a resident of 7001 Sunset Lane. And I have spoken with Michael in depth about major drainage issues that we're having on our street. I have provided him with some video, if he'd like to share with everyone he can. But basically, I've owned the property since 2012, and I've made numerous calls to the highway department, and I'm really just getting nowhere, and it's very frustrating being a taxpayer of the town that I'm not getting anywhere with this. The video that I shot yesterday literally shows a river running down my front yard and into my lower yard. This, when it gets cold, this freezes and causes the end of my driveway to become an ice rink. Around the telephone pole, the water can be up to a foot deep. And eventually all this runoff goes into my lower yard and sits there. In the springtime, I can't cut my grass until June, if I'm lucky. So I'm just asking for the town to assist me in getting drainage or something done with our street, because it's becoming a nuisance problem that I shouldn't have to deal with.
We did discuss this this evening. Perhaps the attorney would like to provide an update on where we are and where we're going.
Well, we've already gotten some paperwork on the matter. We need to figure out exactly what drainage structures exist in the area. There seem to be some plans indicating drainage improvements that may not have been constructed some years ago, 30-plus years ago. So we need to determine exactly what has been built there and then figure out who owns the drainage structure, whether there's an easement for the town to maintain some drainage structure, whether there is something in the deeds that indicates that the property owners are to maintain the drainage structure. We will move forward with that. If you're able to wait till the end of the meeting, I'd like to speak with you about some documents you may have that can help me get to that point a little bit faster.
Absolutely, whatever I can do to help. Thank you.
You will. Anyone else? If not, then we'll close the request from the floor. Next is use of facilities, the South Towns Walleye Association, Councilwoman Tarkini.
Thank you, Deputy Supervisor Hawkins. We have a application for use of facility by the South Towns Walleye Association for the annual Kids Fishing Derby to happen on July 25th, 2020 they're requesting setup from 6 to 7 a.m., takedown from 12:30 to 1 p.m. They're requesting the lion shelter with bathrooms, the small shelter, the town fields, parking, and they're not serving alcohol. It's not a private party, it's a public special event. I make a motion that we approve this use of facility.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby?
Yes.
Councilman Tarkini?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek? Yes. Councilwoman Martin?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Next, under new business, is the use of facilities for the Trooper David C. Brinkerhoff Foundation, Councilwoman Selby.
Yes, we have an application for use of facility for the Trooper David Brinkerhoff Foundation, the annual 5K run, or 10K run, 5 miles. They're going to be setting up on Friday, June 19th from 4 to 8 p.m. And the run will be on Saturday, June 20th from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. They're requesting the use of the town community room, lion shelter, and the fields. And I'd like to make a motion to approve this use of facility.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby?
Yes.
Councilman Tarkini?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek? Yes. Councilwoman Martin?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Next is the use of facilities for the CAC Love Your Park Day, Councilwoman Martin.
Thank you, Deputy Supervisor. We received an application for use of facility from the Conservation Advisory Council to use the lion shelter, the small shelter, town fields, and town hall community room with kitchen and bathroom on May 2nd for a Love Your Parks Day event from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. No, there will be no serving of alcohol. It is a public special event. I make a motion to approve this use of facility.
Second. Councilwoman Selby?
Yes.
Councilman Tarkini?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek? Yes. Councilwoman Martin?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. And next, number 5 is the town meeting facility, the Boston Democratic Social Club monthly meeting, Councilwoman Lukacek.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Thank you, Deputy Supervisor. We received a use of town meeting facility from the Boston Democratic Social Club from 7 to 9 meetings using the town hall community room without the kitchen on August 18th and December 15th, and the use of the planning board room on May 19th, June 16th, September 15th, October 20th, and November 17th. I make a motion we approve.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby?
Yes.
Councilman Tarkini?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek?
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Next, number 6 is town meeting facilities for use of facilities for the hometown heroes, Councilwoman Lukacek.
Thank you, Deputy Supervisor. Allison in the Supervisor's Office had submitted this town meeting request for Hometown Heroes, an informational meeting to talk about it and ask for volunteers and what we're thinking for, what we're thinking to do this with. So it would be in the planning board room on March 9th at 7 PM. I make a motion, we approve.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby?
Yes.
Councilman Carkini?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek?
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Next is, number 7 is use of the town facilities for the Young at Heart. And number 8 for the Boston Seniors meetings. Councilwoman Martin.
Thank you, Deputy Supervisor. We received use of town meeting facility application from Boston Young at Heart Seniors for their meetings held the 2nd and 4th Fridays of each month from now through till the end of the year. Times of the meetings, they start at 12:45. They are going to be using the Town Hall Community Room with use of water and electricity for their bi-monthly meetings. And we also received one from the Boston Seniors for their meetings that are held on the 1st and 3rd Fridays, also starting at 12:45 for their meetings held throughout till the end of the year for the Town Hall Community Room with the use of water and electricity as well. I make a motion to approve both of these use of town meeting facilities applications.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby?
Yes.
Councilman Carkini?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek?
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Next, under new business is number 9, resolution 2020-24, acquisition of streetlights intersection of Sherrill and Zimmerman. Councilwoman Selby.
Yes, I'd like to make a motion to approve the resolution number 2020-24, which entails requesting the installation and maintenance by NYSEC, and also authorizes the town supervisor to execute an agreement with NYSEC for the installation and maintenance of the 3,000 lumen LED Cobra head streetlights at the intersection of Sherrill and Zimmerman Road. I'd like to make a motion to approve this resolution.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby?
Yes.
Councilman Carkini?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek?
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Next, resolution 2025, retention of legal counsel for negotiations with Blue Wire. Councilman Carkini.
Thank you, Deputy Supervisor. We need to enter into an agreement to retain legal counsel for negotiations with Blue Wireless. This resolution, number 2020-25, authorizes the town supervisor to execute the retainer agreement with Lippis, Mathis, Wexler, Friedman, LLP to provide legal representation for the town in connection with the Blue Wireless proposal. I make a motion that we approve this resolution.
Second.
Councilwoman Selby?
Yes.
Councilman Carkini?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek?
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Next is number 11, resolution 2020-26, resolution opposing Governor Cuomo's budget amendment. Councilman Carkini.
Thank you, Deputy Supervisor. I'm going to read this because I feel it's important. This is a great example of overreach by the state government into local business. On February 21st, 2020, Governor Cuomo submitted a 30-day budget amendment entitled Accelerated Renewable Energy Growth and Community Benefit Act for the purpose of meeting the governor's goals for renewable energy, the governor's goals. This amendment would establish a new system for permitting and citing renewable projects, setting aside the current Article 10 siting board process. Permitting will now be under the jurisdiction of a new entity, Office of Renewable Energy Siting, ORES, and the powers assigned to ORES will totally usurp and diminish local home rule, local zoning codes, local planning, and local waterfront revitalization plans when permitting and citing renewable energy projects. ORES will now have the power to make available to developers build-ready sites, develop uniform permitting standards, coordinate, approve, evaluate, issue, amend, transfer, and enforce siting permits, limit the ability of local governments to raise objections to proposed projects, direct local appeals to ORES decisions to litigation through the Article 78 process, and prohibit local governments from requiring any additional approvals or permits. By filing the action as a 30-day budget amendment is ignoring and bypassing the legislative process of formulating policy through public input, public hearings, and public debate in favor of a rushed and secretive process. This amendment represents a blatant attempt to usurp local government's historical and constitutionally power of home rule in the areas of planning, zoning, and land use. Now therefore be it resolved that the town of Boston does hereby go on record strongly opposing the governor's attempt to dilute and usurp the roles and powers of local governments in New York State. And further be it resolved that the town of Boston urges state legislators to oppose this amendment and have it removed from the final budget document. And further be it resolved that a copy of this resolution be transmitted to the governor, lieutenant governor, speaker of the assembly, and majority leader of the Senate and Western New York delegation. I make a motion that we pass resolution 2020-26 in opposition of Governor Cuomo's budget amendment.
Councilwoman Martin.
Jen?
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Cardini,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek,
Heck, yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Absolutely.
Motion carried.
All right, next under old business, resolution 2020-23, rewiring of the town hall construction. Councilwoman
Lukacek.
Okay, the resolution 2020-23, rewiring of the town hall IT infrastructure. As some of you may know, they repeatedly lose communications, making texting and all of the data and administrative tasks in this building a nightmare. The IT equipment is originally been placed in the boiler room, making it susceptible to water and heat damage, amongst other issues. The resolution is to relocate and restore new infrastructure for IT communications, and authorizing the supervisor to schedule the IT rewiring work with CureCom Communication, one of the 3 bids that were received, at a cost of $1,500. I make a motion that we approve resolution 2020-23.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Cardini,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Next, under reports and presentations, we'll start with Councilwoman Selby.
I have no report tonight.
Councilman Cardini.
You're with me for last?
Yeah.
Thank you, Deputy Supervisor. I attended the Boston Colton Chamber of Commerce meeting that was held yesterday morning. And one of the items that they wanted me to make people aware of is on May 13th at 6 p.m., there's going to be their marquee fundraiser event called Seats for Eats. It's a food and wine festival. 250 attendees sampling the area's favorite restaurants, breweries, and wineries. Local artists created one-of-a-kind chairs for auction, and this year we're going to have live music and a full bar. It's going to be held at the Tipsy Goat on Heath Road in Colton. And some of the things that they shared in their report yesterday was 2019, they provided 29,695 meals to the local areas. They served 3,153 individuals, 76 filled backpacks for school-age kids, 50-plus coats, boots, hats, and mittens, 98 Thanksgiving meals, 110 Christmas meals, 400 Christmas gifts, and provided a $15,567 clothing allowance. And also facilitated winter readiness with national fuel for 160 families. A great deal of the outreach is in our town of Boston, and I attended this event last year and it was exceptionally well run. But it would be great to see, the town of Boston come out and support this as well. So I wanted to make mention of it here. They have a Facebook site, Bread of Life Outreach Center, and their website is breadoflife.colden.org for more information. And I also have 2 residents that had reached out regarding a blessing box. I don't know if I should mention who. Ellen Munger is with us tonight, and Barbara Moore are proposing a non-perishable and comfort exchange station for the town of Boston. It's a blessing box, sharing shed to accept and dispense donated non-perishable food and other useful comfort items. The proposed, kiosk is drive-up height, plexiglass door, so that you can see what's in there, easy to open and close, and there'd be a volunteer team responsible for checking contents occasionally and replenishing. We did discuss this tonight at the agenda review, and there's absolutely no opposition to it. I think that we should get some, logistics laid out on exactly how we're going to facilitate this program, but everybody was in agreement that this is a welcome addition to our community. So thank you for submitting the letter, and we'll be talking more. That's all I have tonight.
Thank you. Councilwoman Lukacek.
Thank you, Deputy Supervisor. The planning board has been canceled due to lack of agenda items, and that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilwoman Martin.
Thank you, Deputy Supervisor. The only thing I have to report is I will be attending the zoning board meeting tomorrow, starting at 7 a.m. for work session, 7
p.m.
7 p.m.? Did I say a.m.?
Yep.
Wow. That's what time I gotta be at work. Okay, so 7 p.m. and then 7:15, agenda starts. And, probably not.
I forgot to mention that the town clerk, the highway superintendent is not here tonight, and he's absent because he's not feeling well. We'll keep Bob in our prayers. Next, town clerk.
Thank you, Deputy Supervisor Hawkins. It was reported to the clerk's office that the Connect the Life blood drive from the February 24th collection, there was 10 pints of whole blood, 3 units of double reds, and that had the capability of saving 48 lives. The Boston Lions Club homemade spaghetti dinner and Chinese auction will be held at the Patchen Fire Hall on Saturday, March 7th from 3:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. Pre-sale tickets are $8, and that's at, you can get those at Three Girls Cafe or Herb's Barbershop, or call Lion Ale at 648-5908. And at the door, they are $10. Children under 10 are $5. And you can dine in or take out. There will be a Sun King electronic recycling event. That will be on Saturday, March 21st, 9 a.m. till noon, or until the capacity is reached. So I would suggest if you do have electronics to recycle, get there early, because when they're full, they can no longer take them. That is at 1200 East and West Road in West Seneca. The items, the most popular items that they do collect are computers, TVs, electronics, and small appliances. So please remember, you cannot put your televisions in the garbage for waste management. They will not pick them up. So this is a great opportunity to get recycle and get rid of your electronics. Also, Lois and I have been very busy with tax collection. It is going very well. But wanted to report that payments are due in office Monday, March 16th. So they either need to be paid in office on that day or be postmarked Monday, March 16th. There is extended hours, And it will be on Friday, next Friday, until 6 p.m. Saturday, I will be here 9 a.m. till noon. And then on Monday, the due date, the office will be open until 6 p.m. There is a drop box that is located to the left of the front door of the town hall, so please use that for your convenience. And that is all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Under the supervisor's report, he wanted me to let you know that the Erie County Water Authority and Clark Patterson Lee are finishing up the reports for Water District 1 repair, so we'll have some notification about that very soon. The community room, the audio system upgrades are complete. The community room now has speakers in all the ceilings to cover the entire room and modern supporting audio components. The courtroom audio project will be completed by the next board meeting, and that's funded by the JCAP grant funds, and that should begin Thursday. And also, it's been already brought up that Supervisor Keating is holding the Hometown Heroes meeting March 9th, 7 p.m. at the planning room, and he hopes to have a good turnout and seek some volunteers to help with that. That would be flags. Some of the other towns that you see the flags hanging on the poles with some of our boys and girls and men who served in the service, and I think that would be great to get some support for that to be done. And that's all I have to report. I'll make a motion that we adjourn the meeting.
Councilwoman Selby?
Yes.
Councilman Cardicini?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek?
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin?
Yes.
Motion carries.